What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday over here. On this post, we're going to be talking about GFAL token, games for a living token. See what has gone on in this market since the last time we have covered it. See if there's any changes from the last time. Going to be talking about Bitcoin real quick. Just a recap. If you guys want to do a more deeper dive into Bitcoin, do take a look into my previous post today. Talked pretty extensively about it because that is the main driver of this crypto market. Very important to be paying attention to Bitcoin and then the altcoin setup, okay? Because Bitcoin could crash your party if it dumps. Now, GFAL here, see what has gone on in this market. Is there still going to be a breakout, or is basically the pump over? We're going to be taking a look into some upside and downside price targets for this coin, as well as some key price levels. This coin does need to break in order to go either direction. I'm just going to keep it realistic to you. You've got to consider both the downside and the upside. I'll be giving you guys my personal sentiment and opinions on this market later in this video, so make sure to stay around for that. Lastly, of course, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. It's purely my personal opinions and speculations on this market. I could very well be wrong, okay? I am not a financial advisor nor an elite trader of any sort, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear markets, and I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, if you guys feel pumped, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the charts. All right, so we do have GFAL here currently at about 26 cents, up over 7% today. What could be happening in this market, right? Let's see what has changed since last time. Since the last time, I did say that on this weekly time frame, we are. I mean, this is a very new coin here, right? It's a very new coin, so I mean, you're not going to get too many candles on this weekly time frame. So let's go ahead and come down here to the daily time frame, so we can see more data on what's going on. So last time I mentioned this ascending triangle pattern, right? Ascending triangle patterns do usually break to the upside, okay? However, this one did not. It looks like it basically just ran over this bottom trend line here. Now, what could be happening here instead, okay? This is kind of a breakdown, right? But, what is going on here instead? We're going to rechart this, right? Let's see if this still fits some type of an ascending triangle pattern, right? So an ascending triangle pattern, you basically have a flat resistance, which we do have here. And then you have a ascending bottom trend line here, which we do. However, we don't have 3 candle wicks touching on this daily time frame. So in my opinion, I mean, well, it's not my opinion. This is not a fully formed, a newly fully formed ascending triangle pattern. Okay, let me see if we can get 3 candles touching on any of these time frames, lower time frames, so we can call it an ascending triangle pattern. 3 hour, no. 2 hours, still no. 1 hour, still no. So no 3 candle wicks touching on any of these smaller time frames here. Not even the 30 minutes. If we get down to the 15-minute, it's gonna get way too small, right? So yeah, we don't have a fully formed new ascending triangle pattern here. I'm saying that because the price action did not break out of the previous ascending triangle pattern, right? And basically it just kept running sideways, even kind of broke down a little bit, right? So this is my estimate. It's not a fully formed new ascending triangle pattern, okay? Your neckline is going to be about that 2.9 cent area. We do have 1 candle at about that area, and then 2 next candle wicks very close. I'm gonna consider it that because that is just very close. Okay, of course, if we can get more candle wicks touching beyond this, that would make this pattern more valid. And of course, you still need that third touch on this bottom trend line to make this ascending triangle pattern valid. So this is still just my best guess on what could be happening since the price action did not break out last time. It even kind of broke down. Now, ascending triangle patterns, if this forms, usually breaks to the upside, okay? Usually, I mean, of course, there's still going to be a chance that it breaks to the downside, right? Let's see where this price action is at in terms of some of its key price levels. Also want to mention this, if and only if this ascending triangle pattern, which looks like the one I drew, gets a third candle touch on the bottom trend line here, then that makes it valid. And then the measure target would be about 3.9 cent area, okay, which is basically you take the opening of the pattern and then you put the measurement back on top of the pattern to get your measure targets. And measure targets are estimates only, okay? It could be over, under, right? Do your Google searches on these trading concepts I am talking about here: ascending triangle patterns, measure targets, right? Moving averages. Google search all of these, verify them yourself, so you can go ahead and learn these concepts yourself and learn how to chart this independent of what others have to say, right? Judge for yourself, okay? So that's basically what I'm seeing here. You do have quite a bit of bearish signals on the RSI. Okay, you do have bearish divergence basically all over this daily time frame here. Okay, and basically price action is trying to get back on top of the daily 21 SMA. Right, it is trying to close back on top of the daily 21 SMA at about the 2.5 cent area, which is the blue line. Right, if that does not hold, you're going to be looking at the daily 50 SMA that's coming up at about the 2 cent area right now, okay? So let's take a look into some key price resistances, right? Obviously, it's going to be that 2.9 cents area, right? That's going to be the top of your pattern here. That's going to be your immediate resistance. And then support, you're going to see, like I said, support is your daily 21 SMA. If you close back above that again, daily 50 SMA, 2 cents area, you're going to come down here to your 3-day time frame. Your 3-day 21 SMA is way down there at about 1.9 cents area. 3-day 50 is about 1.6 cents area. So going to be a pretty far drop if you start, breaking down. That is still a possibility. You guys can do the same drill for the higher time frames to look for key supports in this case, because it's pretty close to all-time highs right now. And then you can also look at past trading history as well in whatever time frames you guys are focusing on. For time's sake, we're not going to do that here on this video. Let's take a quick look on Bitcoin real quick and see what could be happening. Bitcoin here had a pretty good week for Bitcoin, okay? Usually when Bitcoin has a pretty clear trend during that week, I would expect the altcoins to have, to have some of that price action going into the weekends, which we are seeing right now. If Bitcoin had a pretty good bullish week, then, I would usually see altcoins have a bullish weekend, right? Which we are seeing right now. Not absolutely, just usually. And then the opposite is true. If Bitcoin had a bad week, probably the altcoins are going to have a bad weekend. Now, my overall sentiment on this market is still bullish at this time. I am still long on quite a bit of altcoins. Because we have been able to stay away from this breakdown here for Bitcoin on this weekly time frame, right? Neckline 24.7K area. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say 24.7K, right? I've been seeing that. So let's take a look into the 4 hour time frame for Bitcoin. Broke out of this falling wedge on this 4 hour time frame about 2 weeks ago. Measure target 29.2K area. Right now, it looks like it's trying to form some kind of cup and handle. Just my best guess right now. And then you're gonna have quite a bit of resistance at about that 28K level. Your daily 200, weekly 200, weekly 21. It's all gonna be there. So expect some volatility as Bitcoin approaches that zone, right? So that's basically what I'm seeing. If you guys want to see more of GFAL, like, subscribe, comments. If enough of you guys want to see it, I'll bring you guys an update. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend, and I will see you guys later.